Mark Schaefer, 3606 Donna Street. The only comment that I had is that several weeks ago I was here and when we were talking about this, I thought it would be important for the council to know how much money was being freed up. And we have the excess from the refunding. We have a restricted amount that was required to be put in a savings account, so to speak, when the bonds were issued. And then I saw, and I think I gave the general ledger account numbers for an additional $1.5 million that was previously restricted reserves. And what I'm questioning is that, did we do the research? Do we know, is that going to be freed up? We're going to have $5.5 million, or is it going to be the $4 million?
2.6, 2.7, we believe, depending on market conditions.
No, I'm talking about on the books right now. There's a restricted reserve, $1.5 million, something in those. I'd given that, and I'd given the general ledger accounts numbers a few weeks ago when I asked about it. So all I'm saying is it might not be the $4 million, it might be $5.5 million, and I thought that would be important for council to know. Do we get an answer to that?
I don't have an answer. I need. Wayne, you gonna please?
Yeah, I'm talking about there should be three sources. The money that's set aside in a restricted reserve should now be freed up because those bonds aren't there anymore. And then there's the $1.5 million that's in the savings account that was reserved when. Yeah. So there's three sets of money there.
Wayne?
The 2.7 is what we're expecting to be available. About 1.1, 1.2, I believe, Toby, is what is being released from the reserve that was set aside for the year 2035. Final payment, I believe, was. So I don't know what other money is being talked about here. Those the sources of funds we will have will be the refinancing, what we save from that, plus the freed up reserve of about 1.1, and total of about 2.7 under the market conditions today.
Yeah. It just saying in the general ledger, there's a third account that's called restricted reserves for the 2004 bonds. On an annual basis, when the city had extra money, they would restrict those reserves and assign them to future payments. There's an account there called 2004 restricted reserve in addition to that 1.1 or whatever that is.
Would you research that and get back to us on that, please?
Because I'm thinking it's going to be closer to 5 rather than the 4.
I need an answer.
An awful mayor, and no one has a problem with the refinancing. Indeed, that's why your ordinance says you don't have to go to the people in the case of a refinancing, because it's assumed there's a measure of common sense. We'd only be refinancing because of potential savings, most likely through interest rate reductions. The issue gets to be whether we increase our debt or not. Now, the ordinance also speaks to increasing debt for non-essential purposes. We go to the people for that. I realize we've got a legal opinion saying that, in essence, everything is essential. Everything government does is essential, so therefore everything government does is essential. But Mayor, that's why there's so much cynicism regarding government today. If you all are so sure about how the people want to go further in debt for Riverwalk, put it to them. There's nothing stopping you from putting this on the ballot, as the ordinance calls for, which is go to the people if we're increasing debt for non-essential purposes. What do you think of that?
You did a good job of presenting yourself. Anyone else? Anyone else?